This video is brought to you by MediaTek's Kompanio processor. I'm really excited because this is the first time that I'm going to get to see my family in like forever. Hey guys, I'm MICHAELJOSH and you're watching GadgetMatch. If it isn't clear, I'm here at the airport, JFK Terminal 4, and I'm really excited because after 2.5 years, I'm heading on my first international flight. I'm really excited too because I'm going on a special flight, Singapore Airlines flight SQ23 direct, non-stop from JFK to Singapore. As an aviation geek, I've always wanted to do an airline review on this channel, but of course, I'm a tech reviewer, so I decided to hit two birds with one stone. This is the Acer Chromebook 514, powered by MediaTek's Kompanio H28 processor. Acer is promising all-day battery life, so I've decided to put it to the ultimate test to find out how long it will last on the world's longest flight. Singapore Airlines holds the record for the world's longest flight. Launched in November of 2020, it's straight to Singapore out of JFK. And at 18 hours and 50 minutes, flying over 15,300 kilometers, this is the longest commercial flight currently in service. Today, we're flying on an Airbus A350-900 ULR, which stands for Ultra Long Range, a special variant with additional fuel tanks for going the distance. No other commercial aircraft available today can fly further. The laptop I chose to bring on this trip is the Acer Chromebook 514 for several reasons. It's thin and light and can easily fit into my backpack or carry-on bag. Its 14-inch non-glare IPS touchscreen display is perfect for watching videos, and it promises all-day battery life thanks to its power-efficient MediaTek Kompanio 828 processor, which is designed to perform well without draining the battery. As this trip is intended to be a holiday, I don't expect to be working a lot, so Chrome OS is more than enough for my needs, be it surfing the internet, writing scripts, or putting on some entertainment. MediaTek is the largest chip manufacturer for Chromebooks like this one, combining features like AI processing, HDR cameras, fast and reliable Wi-Fi connectivity, and true all-day battery life. As an aviation geek, I love aircrafts and airlines, but I also love airport lounges. And from 2015 to 2020, when I used to take over 100 flights a year, I called these my second home. So after check-in, I headed straight to the Centurion Lounge, which I have access to thanks to my Amex Platinum card. When I got there, the lounge was about to close, so I rushed to their speakeasy, 1850, to grab an espresso martini. And my first glimpse of my plane already being prepped for the flight. I just love SQ's blue and gold livery. It's definitely one of my faves. I downed my drink and headed to the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse for some food. Access to this lounge is also thanks to my Amex, and it's one of my favorites at JFK Terminal because of its a la carte menu. Here I got an even better view of the plane, a nice private cubicle to relax in, and a sumptuous dinner. My first meal of the day. Bao and then some Thai green curry. With food in my stomach, it was time to boot up the Acer Chromebook 514 for our first battery check. It's 10 p.m. in New York, and we start this video at 100%. After stuffing myself with food, I spent about 30 minutes working on Google Docs, until it was time to board my flight. Welcome aboard SQ23. This particular flight only has two classes, with 67 business class seats taking up 2/3 of the plane and 94 premium economy seats at the back of the aircraft. Today, I'm flying business, and while I was bummed all week for not being able to book a window seat, the universe was my friend, and I was soon asked if I'd be willing to swap seats. So I ended up with a new seat, 29A, by the window. As a content creator, I was not too thrilled about the timing of this flight. It departs at 10:30 p.m., so the cabin is obviously darker. So forgive some of my shots, please. The good part about this flight's timing is that I get into Singapore after 5 a.m. So business folks for whom this flight is intended can go straight to their meetings. After boarding, the customary drinks and hot towel service was nowhere to be seen, one of the casualties of this pandemic. So I took the time to refamiliarize myself with my seat, which is made from handcrafted Scottish leather. Up front, there is an 18-inch HD screen with a large selection of movies and TV shows. There's a remote control over here, space to place a drink, and in this storage compartment, there's a bottle of water and noise-canceling headphones. There's more storage back here, flanked by an assortment of ports, including power, HDMI, and USB-A, all of which are unnecessary because I do not intend to plug in my Chromebook. If you see plugins in this video, that was for my iPhone. All right, with all that out of the way, up in the air we go. Goodbye, New York.
Many minutes later.
As soon as the seatbelt sign went off, flight crew took my dinner order, and then I changed into some PJs. Singapore Airlines doesn't provide business class passengers with pajamas, which is a bummer because its competitors do, so I brought my own. Travel hack: regardless of what class you fly, changing into something comfier is always going to make you feel more relaxed. After changing, a flight attendant offered to switch my seat to bed mode. Instead of reclining all the way down, this seat folds back and becomes the bed. All nice and comfy. I settled in with a glass of champagne, pulled out my tray table, and went back to work on my Acer Chromebook 514. I had a few emails to send and a script to work on, managed about an hour of work before dinner arrived. My first in-flight meal was scrumptious as to be expected. It started off with a salad, but it was these wonton noodles that I was most excited for. A taste of Asia right there. After dinner, I figured as it was past midnight in New York, I'd tuck myself in and get some Z's. Good night.
One nap later.
I slept a full 7+ hours and woke up quite rested. First thing I did was check to see how many hours were remaining on my flight. After a full night's sleep, you'd think not a lot, but on this world's longest flight, there were 8 hours more. So I decided to take my Acer Chromebook 514 out, switched from bed to seat mode, and started chugging away at work. Okay guys, time check. 4 hours and 17 minutes. I spent a good deal of time working through the night, reconfirming my hotels, scheduling some meetings, some notes for this video, another script, and 6 hours of work later, it was time to land. Battery life was at 64%. All right, guys, I've landed in Singapore, about to head to the lounge to check on our computer's battery. I found my way to the lounge, and it looks like, since the last time I was here, it's been renovated. Singapore Airlines' Silver Chris Lounge at Changi serves one of my most favorite char siu baos in the world. So I'm here at the Silver Chris Lounge, and there's lots of yummy food here, but I've come for only one thing. Char siu bao. So I might have downed a few before getting back on my computer. I spent the next 2 hours chatting with friends on Telegram, catching up on social media, and downloading videos for my next flight. After a solid 2 hours of use, I finally managed to get the computer past the halfway mark. Granted, the world's longest flight is 18 hours, but as most folks won't stay up for it, you're going to have to join me on my connecting flight to Manila. Hopefully on this flight we can kill the battery. While munching down another exquisite meal, which at this point I do not know how it fit into my tummy, I decided to get started on the new Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney+. For headphones, I use the new Sony WH-1000 XM5s connected to my Chromebook via Bluetooth. Notice how even if it was super bright out, that anti-glare screen really does its job. As this was a short flight, I only had time for 2 episodes, which drained the laptop a bit faster. But one last final battery check, I still had 33% left. Soon it was time to tuck my Acer Chromebook away. Enjoy this landing sequence, and we'll reconvene in a bit to wrap up. All right, it's a couple of months later. I'm back in New York. I had an awesome holiday with my family. Here are some snapshots from that holiday. I didn't post anything on social media because I really wanted to be able to spend quality time with them. But now that I'm back, let me break it down for you. I start at 100%. 30 minutes of work at the lounge at JFK, another 1 hour after takeoff, another 6 hours after waking up from my nap, 2 hours at the lounge at Singapore's Changi Airport, and finally 2 hours of video watching on Disney Plus on my second flight to Manila. In total, I used the laptop for 11 hours and 30 minutes and ended with 33% of battery life still left in the tank. I could have watched another 2 episodes or another 2 hours more of Obi-Wan Kenobi before the Acer Chromebook 514 gave up on me. But overall, I'm pretty impressed that it lasted the world's longest flight and then some. So, is the Acer Chromebook 514 powered by MediaTek Kompanio 828 your gadget match? Well, Chromebooks are perfect for school. And because they can last all day, students won't even need to bring a power adapter with them. But if you think about it, the Chromebook is for anyone who's on a budget but needs a laptop computer to be able to surf the internet, work on documents on the cloud, and whose workflow relies on apps that you can download from the Android App Store. The Acer Chromebook 514 retails for $430, but there are many models out there to consider. Just make sure you look for a MediaTek processor when you check out. And that was my journey on the world's longest flight, a bucket list item with the Acer Chromebook 514 powered by a MediaTek Kompanio 828 processor. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, you know the drill, folks. Let me know in the comments section below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that bell icon so that you get notified as soon as we upload. Follow me on social media for all the behind-the-scenes fun stuff, including some of the clips that you saw in this video. And for news and updates, make GadgetMatch.com your daily habit. Until the next video, I'm MICHAELJOSH. Thanks for dropping by.